Hi everybody, thanks for stopping in. It's me, Granny, or Denise, whatever. Um, I just want to start out on a different topic. I'm going to get into my doctor visit, what happened today, and it wasn't as good as I hoped. So, anyway, I wanted to talk for a few minutes about the video that had made right before the attack, the event happened, and let me get my phone out. I'm trying to remember to take my phone with me when I travel through the house in case something happens again. The doctor said, uh, the emergency room doctor said it could happen again, and it might not happen again. They just don't know what it was, what caused it, and but we're going to be doing, tests and stuff. But anyway, back to that video. I woke up at 1 o'clock this morning, way too early. And so I thought, well, I'll start working on editing that video to get it ready to upload. And when I started editing it, I noticed there was no audio, no sound at all. Duh. When I recorded it, I forgot to switch the mic. That was, it was the Camo Studio camera app was set to. It was set to the other mic and not to the camera mic, and I wanted it to be on the camera mic because the camera was over there close to me, whereas this other mic was too far away and it wouldn't pick up. So anyway, I screwed up again. Well, they say you learn by your mistakes, right? And I am. So this is going to shoot. I was going to test this first. Well, it's got the right settings. I'm just hope it's recording the sound. See, I forgot. Oh, me. Okay, so now what I'm working on is doing a recording on the other mic, and going to try to figure out how to add that to the sound of the video that has no sound. And so the audio, I gotta watch videos or something on how to do that. I think it can be done, but I'm not sure. And I might be wasting my time. And I'm sure it's going to take me hours to do, because I've only got, there's like sections to it where I stopped. I didn't realize there's a pause button on this app. I just discovered that. See, I haven't used it long enough. It's a new app that I started using for my camera. But anyway, I'm going to be working on that, and hopefully I can get that video put up. But I can't repeat what was said on the first, the first video. So I'm winging it. So the lip sync is going to be off. Well, the lips, you can only see me on the introduction to that video anyway. And then after that, you just see, the pan and, me doing stuff. But you don't really see my lips, maybe, so that part won't matter. So I've got part of it, done. And in my files, uploaded, and so I got, I think, 2 more clips that I have to work on recording. So I'm just talking a little bit about, me, and kind of some background stuff, and I'm just kind of winging it. So if you want to watch that video, I hope there's a lot of good information in there, and you know, it'd be worth watching. Maybe it will, maybe it won't. I don't know. Okay, enough on that. I went to the doctor this morning. I had a real early appointment, and because they wanted to draw blood and everything, of course. And as you can see, 3 times it took to get blood. I always have this problem that they always have a hard time getting to my vein. That was, I think, the first one. No, this one here was the first one, and right here, and then this one was the second try, and this was third try. They got it on the third try, and now at the hospital, it was 2 tries, but they left the needle, in there to where they could get it because they had to draw blood twice. So, anyway, of course, I don't think they have the results back yet on that. But the doctor, I told her what happened and everything, and she got the report from the emergency room, and so they called a while ago, and Friday I got to go over to the hospital. It's just a few blocks away, and they're going to hook me up to a heart monitor. What they suspect is that I may have what's it called? Shit. Oh God. I'll think of it in a minute. Anyway, it's congestive heart failure. Yeah, I knew it would come to me. But so to give me a prescription for water pills, and then the spot that was spotted on my adrenal gland. I got to get, labs on that. She wasn't as concerned about that as she was, my heart condition. And they did an EKG, and that's when they decided I needed a heart monitor. And the emergency room doctor said, while he was sitting there watching the screen they had me hooked up to, they saw some irregular, beats. So they think that my heart might have some kind of, damage. I guess, maybe muscle damage. See, I've had, in 2012, I had like 2 kind of big heart attacks. I don't even know how I survived it. And, but I did. And I didn't even go to the emergency room or anything. I'm weird that way. And, so anyway, I, had the quadruple bypass surgery, right after a couple weeks after those heart attacks. Now they said at that time that there wasn't no damage to my heart, but maybe there was that didn't get detected, or maybe since then. I don't know. I don't know what's going on. It's a little scary. I'm a little, concerned. So anyway, after I get the heart monitor put on, and then I'm getting some labs for the adrenal gland, because that can cause problems in your system too, because it's to do with cortisol and your hormones and stuff like that. And I don't sleep good anyway, so it could be the reason. My body's just out of whack. My hormones have been out of whack for as long as I can remember. That's probably why I went into early menopause. But anyway, the things are right now kind of up in the air. You know, well, I won't know anything for sure. Well, after the doctor gets results from the heart monitor and any other tests and blood. They took blood tests today, and when he gets all his information and I see him, then I'll know more than I know now. You know, it's right now it's kind of confusing, like everything has been lately, just up in the air, unpredictable. And so I just wanted to check in with you all and give you an update and let you know how I'm doing. Right now, I mean, I feel okay. I mean, I feel fine like I did before. You know, the attack. Feel pretty normal the way I felt for a long time, and but things can change. Your body goes through changes. And, I'm aging, and um, I've had coronary artery disease for a long, long time. That was diagnosed back in 2001, and so part of it is, I guess, genetics, and I think part of it is too. My life has been a challenge all my life, from birth on. And I'll talk about that, from time to time, and uh, throw in some information kind of about, how my life has went, if anybody's interested. But it, I've had a lot of stress in my life, just constant. When I was, even when I was young and growing up, you wouldn't believe what kind of environment I grew up in, and um, and then after that, a few marriages, four actually, and those were very stressful on me. They didn't turn out well, and that's why I have been more peaceful and happier in my life living alone than I ever did when I was hooked up with somebody else who would just stress me out and drive me nuts, um, and broke my heart, you know. But anyway, um, my life has always been super stressful. And I have four kids to raise, and most of the time by myself. Well, pretty much all the time by myself, because the husbands never were any help in that department. And, but anyway, I'm sure that took a toll on my system, on my life, and, what's going on now. It always catches up with you, and, but that's just the way things was. I'm not whining about it or crying about it or anything. It's just that's how my life, went. And but I'd say the last 15 years or so. I mean, I've been single since alone, on my own since 1994. So, and I'd say the last 10 or 15 years, my life has been better, pretty peaceful, uh, happier than I ever was prior, to that. And, and I'm thankful for my life. I'm grateful for the life experience that I had, and the things that I learned, and and it was all for a reason. It was, but it taught me a lot and gave me a lot of insight too about even myself. You know, uh, because I have done, reflected over, my life, and come to terms with everything. So, and I don't blame anybody, and I forgive anybody who, in my mind, I thought, hurt me, or for no reason. But anyway, it's that's kind of just a little background on what I, think is the reason I'm, going through this now is, and I don't know how it's going to turn out. I mean, something could happen, anytime. Not only do I have the heart issue, I have that aneurysm, and now I got, the adrenal gland issue, and it's just going to be difficult from here, probably. Don't want to do this. So I should stop here. So thanks for watching, and I hope to get some good news, pretty soon. And if not, I've been a tough old bird all my life. Uh, you know, I've I've come, you know, I face a lot of challenges and hard things, and I always come through them okay. So we just have to take, we just got to take one day at a time, and just, take a deep breath and relax and try to keep myself calm. And so we'll talk again. And thank you all so much for your nice, sweet comments. It really touches me, and I appreciate you so much. See, I'm always supposed to cry like this. Okay. But sometimes tears are happy tears, and then the comment things is happy tears. Okay. Love you. Take care. Bye-bye. Okay, I'm back. I got a new update. I just got a call from the doctor, and the results of my blood test came in, and it's not good. Something about high tryptophans. So they want me to go back to the hospital, to the emergency room, and see a cardiologist, heart doctor, and they're going to do some tests. Whew. This is getting crazy. And I don't know if they're going to admit me or not, or if they're just going to do tests. Maybe they'll hook up the machine now instead of waiting until Friday. Had an appointment to have that done Friday. It's not good news. So anyway, I got to get ready. Already instructed my sister on, if something should happen and I get, admitted to the hospital for more than just, an hour's span. If I get admitted and, it's more than, a day, what to do with my cat. Because I'm worried about him. So, my vet's office has a boarding service. So I showed her what to do, and the food to take for him, and put his bed that he likes to lay in his crate, and get him in there somehow. He tends to hide around other people. And she might have to just sit around and wait for him to decide if he wants to come over to her or not so she can get a hold of him. Because he'll go under the bed, or he's got his little hiding places that he likes to, when, what he considers strangers come around. So, anyway, I want to try to go ahead and quickly get this video uploaded. And, because I ain't no rush to go to the hospital. I hate hospitals with a passion. And they want, do tests. I don't know what kind, maybe they're going to do, a sonogram. Probably, I hope not more blood tests because I've had enough blood tests. But, check my heart. And, God, I hope it's not going to be some emergency. I don't know anything about congestive heart failure. If they can have to do surgery or if there's anything they do, or I just don't know. I haven't had time to research it. Usually, any kind of condition I research, and I want to know ahead of time. What it's about. What to expect. And I'm kind of like, don't know. So I just have to take it as it comes. So I just wanted to make this quick so I can quickly edit it. I think I got it down to where I can edit it pretty quick and get it uploaded, and get over to the hospital in the next couple hours or so. My sister's gonna, the doctor's office already called my sister and told her what's going on, so I have to call her and give her a time frame, see if I have time to even get this uploaded or not. I need to call her first. Okay, I'm gonna cut this off, and send your best wishes, send your prayers, send your love. I appreciate y'all. Thank you so much. Take care. Bye-bye.